What we like about him is when he lets the game come to him. We think he's a really good offensive player. It's when he gets going too quick and kind of gets away from what we're trying to do as a team. Defensively, I do think, and we all think, that he's working really hard to try to become a more complete defensive player. He still has to work on his off-ball defense. I mean, he got back cut tonight one time where, and it's difficult at times when you have a lead to stay locked in, but the biggest thing would be we want him to stay locked in on the defensive end. We still want him to get himself organized on certain execution plays where he catches the ball. He knows exactly where he's got to get it, and he's got to get it there quick. But overall, his consistency has been good, and he is a guy that, again, we think when he lets it come to him and he gets involved with our offense the way we want everybody to move and share the ball, he's extremely effective.
Coach, there were 52 foul calls called tonight, over a foul a minute. I imagine that's very frustrating. What did you think of the way your team played through the frustration of so many foul calls tonight?
Well, one, let me say this, that I think Billy Lang and St. Joe's have done a great job with their season. They've got two key players, maybe three key guys that they haven't been able to get worked into. Key guys. They played a terrific game at Villanova the other night where they fought really hard, and I'm sure it was an emotional, Big Five type game there, then quick turnaround to come here. And there's no doubt that Billy's continuing to coach his culture, get it in place. We knew that they, would shoot a lot of threes. We didn't want to give them a chance to shoot 30, 35 of them. And with that said, we also knew that they would drive the ball. And that's what's going to happen when we play against teams that shoot the three. And they drove the ball hard, really hard, put it into the paint. They outscored us actually in the paint where we drive the ball, but we also really look to post the ball hard. They run a unique offense, something that we really hadn't seen a lot of, where it's a lot of 5 out and doing some good things. They hit it quick, and I think they're going to be a really good team this year. Again, like I said, they've been hit with the COVID to stop as much as we were, and once he gets everybody back and his guys play hard, they know what they're looking for. But they drove it hard. We tried to drive it hard. We tried to post it hard, and you had two teams that were playing very physical.
Rob Lewis and Ryan Shumpert.
Coach, how did you like your offensive execution tonight? I would imagine you didn't have a lot of court time to prepare playing on Friday, and with that quick turnaround, were you impressed with the offensive efficiency?
Well, we do have a group of guys that really understand what we're trying to do. Really, pretty much every time they're out there, it's trying to get the young guys again to execute, play through it when it's not there. How quick can we get reorganized and get what we need to get done? But think about it. We 2 games in a row over 100 points, and we knew it would be. We really felt it would be a very high possession game, which it was because they attack, they play, and so we knew it would be a high possession game. Could we take care of the ball the way we need to in a high possession game? I thought for the most part we did do that. I thought Santiago was really good. He got back to where he was looking to shoot the ball. We need him to be the more effective he is when people know that he's willing to shoot those deep bombs, the better he is as a player. And he had turned down a lot of shots prior to this game. We told him, hey, you've got to take these. You got to take them, and he's going to make a nice percentage of them. And overall, Josiah, I thought tonight was it's going to be a great learning experience for him. He got in foul trouble. I don't think he was as locked in as he needs to be when he came back into the game. There's a lot of little things that went on. And I thought what Urosh and Olivier did, I thought it was really critical for us as a team because we're going to need those guys at some point in time. EJ Anasicki showed what he can do. I thought John forced some shots early, and I told him at halftime, we've got too many weapons around him that he doesn't need to ever take a bad shot. But overall, it was a really good offensive performance. Another night where I think we had 3 guys tonight that had 5 assists. 23 turnovers on 10, 23 assists on 10 turnovers against a team and at that pace was overall a pretty nice job.
You guys jumped out to a 20-4 lead. Just how pleased were you with kind of the energy and then the execution there to start the game?
We were pleased. There's no doubt we were pleased with that because we really had a lot of respect for this team coming in. We were able to show them some really good footage of them playing really well. You know, they had played arguably the toughest schedule of any team that we've played this year. When you think about, they played Auburn, Villanova, Kansas, and they fought in every one of those games. And again, at home, night before last, they were in the game all the way up, even though I think they were down 10. I think they led in the second half at one point, but they were down 10 with 10 to go, and Villanova was able to stretch it out. They do some really good things, and hard things to defend. We did more switching tonight than we probably have maybe ever. We had to do that because they can really get you twisted up. But the start was important. But I told the team the way we finished it with that group out there, because those minutes are valuable. Every possession matters. And for those guys to go in and really try to execute the way they did, and they had some terrific execution plays at the end, and we were able to score out of it.
We'll finish up with Coach with Chloe and Michael Wilson.
Coach, going into these SEC games you have coming up next week, how is the team really preparing for these arguably more competitive games?
Well, all we can do is do what we do right now, try to continue to get better and keep trying to put our team together with the rhythm that we want to play with. And yeah, how do you do it? You've got to keep getting better every day. You've got to understand that what you just said, teams, obviously you get into conference play, everything gets turned up a level. Every possession becomes even more valuable. But at this point in time, all we can do with the games that we've got right now. And we've got to make it, the exciting thing is I think we can get a lot better. And I think our team understands that. And we have to get better. And we're going to have to be better consistently overall going into SEC play.
Rick, Jaden picked up his third foul pretty early in the second half, and you left him in there and let him play through it. Why did you choose to do that? And then how do you approach the next 48 hours before turning around and playing USC Upstate?
Michael, we left him in because we think, one, he needs to learn to play with 3 fouls. We also felt like he's going to have to learn. I mean, he's always been able to dominate people when he's on defense. And now he's playing against a player that's got the ability to shoot a 3 and go by you. And, you know, he asked a couple of times why he fouls. We'll find out that it's different than high school in terms of what is deemed legal guarding position as opposed to being on someone's hip. And we want him to continue to learn to do that. We want him, I really wanted him to stay in the game at the end and really run the point and really try to get those other guys involved. And he fouled out, but I told him prior to that, and he said, what am I supposed to do? I said, not look to shoot, but to get those guys organized so you know you can give them a chance to get their confidence going. But going forward, Mike, as you said, it's a quick turnaround. We'll come in, and Garrett Maidenwall, our strength and conditioning coach, will do some things to flush out a little bit of this lactic acid, and we'll go right from there, right into the film room and do what we normally do. We'll scrub out this game real quick tomorrow, show some of the good, the bad, the ugly, and then we will immediately get to Upstate and go on the floor probably 20, 25 minutes, get our legs back under us, and then get ready to go the next day. And come back, we'll come back obviously like we do the night before the game and go through our scouting report both tomorrow around 11, I think 11:30, and then come back like we do every night at 6:30.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.